Hey, what is going on everybody? My name is Refo and I am back. Sorry for the lack of uploads recently, but today we are going to be looking at why you need to switch to high sensitivity this season in Fortnite. If you do find this video helpful, please consider dropping a like and subscribing for more content. It really helps me out. And if you would like to support me, please consider using code BLURS in the Fortnite item shop. Let's get into the video. Sensitivity in Fortnite can be slightly different to other games, as in most FPS games, we factor in mostly our aim. However, in Fortnite, a whole new element is added with mechanics such as building, editing, and large viewing angles for potential fights. Multiple pros use high sensitivity, such as Mr. Savage, Benji Fishy, Nosh, and Flip, who in their gameplay we can see how their gameplay is positively impacted through their high sensitivity. In my opinion, high sensitivity is worth looking into, and today I'm going to be listing some advantages and disadvantages of high sense. To start off clarifying what exactly I mean by high sense. For this video I'm going to class 80 EDPI or above as high sensitivity. This might be slightly different to some of the margins set out there by other YouTubers or streamers, but the idea is more so to raise your sense to a point where you won't hurt your aim too much. To calculate your EDPI, go on a calculator and put in your DPI multiplied by your in-game sensitivity. Just be aware of converting percentages into decimals. Do this by getting your in-game percent, so for example 10%, and dividing it by 100 to get 0.1. So let's start off with the advantages. Advantage number 1. Your mechanics will most likely improve. Building, editing, and more. These should hopefully improve by playing on a high sensitivity due to your cursor moving a lot faster, which could help in performing multiple edits quickly, which can be useful in endgame scenarios and even just mid-game build fights. This may not improve mechanics for everybody, as you may already build and edit insanely fast on a low sensitivity. For example, players like Mongrel, who can build and edit very fast on quite a low sensitivity. But in my experience, a higher sensitivity has always made my editing moves feel a lot more simple and easy to pull off. Advantage number 2. Your aim could potentially improve in some areas. But Refo, your aim is better the lower sense you're on. Excuse me, come on noob, do your research. I mean, come on, you need to do some fact checking here. Well, believe it or not, lower does not always mean better in terms of sensitivity, as aiming sensitivity is usually personal preference, and it's very hard to say the perfect sense. So in some cases you may find you have to drag your mouse further to hit a target due to your slow sense. This can mean you struggle to keep your crosshair up to speed with the player you're about to completely obliterate, which could mean by the time we actually reach the opponent, they've moved again. Sounds like a lot of work to me. I'll just raise my sense, thank you. Advantage number 3, it takes up a lot less room. This means a higher sensitivity will complement your setup much more. As well as this, you won't struggle with fatigue from throwing your mouse around the house. I've heard that wears your arm out. This means by the time you finally reach endgame, you'll have just the power to tunnel your way to the win. Easy. Advantage number 4, it can be fun to learn. While this is not a primary reason to switch your settings, switching can be fun and an interesting challenge. Now we do have to come on to some disadvantages. Disadvantage number 1, it's usually harder to control your mouse. While it may be great to flick your mouse across the screen with only a flick of the wrist, it could also be harder to stop your mouse on time, which could lead you to overflick, which could mean moving your mouse too far. This could cause you to miss shots or mess up your builds and edits, so mouse control is something you may give up in return for your fast builds and editing. Disadvantage number 2, for consistent aim, Kovaaks and aim training may be required. As your sensitivity is higher and different, it may be a good idea to Kovaaks to ensure your aim stays sharp day in and day out. However, we could apply this to all sensitivities, but sometimes high sense can be harder to keep consistent aim to ensure you can hit your shots in a tournament when it matters. To the bottom line, I would recommend giving high sensitivity a try to anyone, and if your aim doesn't take too much of a hit, then I would consider making the switch. However, if you struggle to aim, high sense may just not be for you. Always remember, aim and building complement each other, so what good are your new fast builds if you don't have the aim to back it up? So you should weigh it up to see if the gain in your building ability is worth the trade-off in your aim. This could be different for everybody. For me, I was playing on around 5% 800 DPI, and then I switched to 9% 1200 DPI. I didn't really feel too much damage in my aim, And for how much better my mechanics and my general playstyle felt, I felt it was worth it to stay on the higher sensitivity. But this may not be the case for everybody. And that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. There will be more videos coming soon. You have been awesome, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.